What's up YouTube, it's Tati here and I'm back with another very long overdue video of answering all of your knotless braids questions. So I'm just gonna hop right into the video guys with the very first question that I got, and that is, how many strand bundles do you use per braid, and do you go from thick to thin to thick, or are they the same size? So in the intro, I just wanted to give you guys a little close up on how those strands look on my hand, so that you guys can eyeball the size of the strands. But all of them are the same size though. I don't do thin to thick or thin to thick or thick to thin. Sorry, that is one heck of a tongue twister. But yeah, now as far as how many strands I add, that one is a really tricky one because it depends on how long or short she's getting the braids. Now for regular waist length size, I would say I average around 6 to 8 small pieces just to reserve the thickness. It really all depends on the density of the hair that you're using. I use the Expressions hair, so I'm gonna say around 6 to 8 strands, and you guys are gonna see it towards the end of the video and when I'm showing you guys all the other questions. So the first question I got is how to braid it to avoid bumps in the root of the braids. And honestly, the short answer to that is to make sure that the braid is as sleek and as tight as possible. So a sleeking tip is just to divide the hair into 3 sections and then put the jam or whatever product you're using in between those parts. That way it can be sleek throughout the entire section. And you also want to make sure that you're pulling not too tight but firm enough to where you know or you feel like your root is secure. Now the next question, and the most popular question that I got, was where did I insert the hair and how did I do it? And so yeah, basically I just put the strand of braiding hair in between my thumb and my middle finger, and sometimes I put it in between my thumb and my index finger. It really doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm an overhand braider, so this is much easier for me. Now another tip for keeping those roots nice and flat is just to pull the natural hair as you go. That way it's pulling at the root so that it can stay tight. Now another tip on keeping those roots nice and neat, you have to stay overhand, which means your palms are facing down. Now in slow motion, I'm showing you guys that I am going underhand or transitioning underhand. And the only reason why I transition to underhand is so that I can braid faster and the process goes faster, of course. But the number one tip for keeping those roots nice, neat, and even that nobody tells you is to stay overhand as long as possible. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. But yeah, right here, I'm just showing you guys how I add the hair continuously. And you just want to make sure you add it to every right and middle strand in between it. You can go over the strands or you can go under the strands. As you can see, I go over the strands. And sometimes I go under the strand too, girl. It really just depends on how I'm feeling at that moment, but either way works fine. Now, I'm pretty sure you guys know this tip as well, but you just want to make sure that you're adding your products to the natural hair. That way that the natural hair can blend as much as possible with the synthetic hair. And also, I'm showing you guys right here that in order to get my braid as neat as possible, I just like to borrow from each strand to make the strands the same size, because when you're braiding down, you notice that all 3 of the strands are not going to be perfectly even. So in order to make them all even, you just have to borrow hair from each part of the strands just to make it, you know, as even as possible. So yeah, here I am just showing you guys again, and a little bit more of a faster pace of how I do these braids. If you want a more in-depth tutorial on these knotless braids that is 100% detailed, okay? I didn't miss nothing. Make sure you go check out this video. I'll put it on the screen and in the description box below. I kept it short and sweet, and I definitely got straight into the point so that you guys can get right into it. But yeah, all you need is a mannequin head or real head. It really doesn't even matter. But I feel really good about the video, and I hope you guys learned something from it and it helps out a lot. But that is all for this YouTube video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you love my content. And yeah, for the rest of this video, I'm just going to be finishing up her hair, putting the foam on it, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next YouTube video.